All right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the TTG live stream. It is the final day of the month as we say goodbye to November, the best month the stock market has had since 1987. Yes, that is a fact. The best month the market has had since 1987. Kind of makes you feel kind of crazy, doesn't it? Because we've had um, some pretty wild rallies from 1987 till now. And to think that this past November, in the midst of a global pandemic, the best month the stock market has ever had. And we finished off the month of November with a bang today, guys, an absolute bang. 4 for 4 for me today. But the big one came at the end of the day for me with CAAS is where I made the bulk of my profits today. My trades early in the morning, although they were all winners, nothing major. Like I had a couple singles, I had a double, but like I didn't get any of my 3 trades in the morning. I didn't get any of them to my third profit target. I got to profit target 1, I got to profit target 2 on one of them, but I never got to the profit target 3, which is when I get really good follow through on my trades and on my positions. But nonetheless, I was putting together a nice day. I was putting together a nice day in the morning with AQB, LI, NKLA, and then CAAS was my big win late in the day. Guys, we are going to be talking about today on this live stream. We're going to do kind of a quick little recap kind of on the month of November, what to expect going into December. But I'm going to recap for you guys my 4 trades today on all 4 of those stocks. What I want to point out to all of you, any of you that were on my live stream last night, what did I say to all of you on this live stream last night? Last night, we were streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. What did I tell you? I said to everybody, go, guys, look towards the Chinese-based stocks. If they gap down tomorrow, that could be a sign of weakness with the news coming out over the weekend of the House voting on a bill to delist Chinese-based companies if they do not meet U.S. audit standards. And what happened when we came in to the day today pre-market? Yesterday on the live stream, I said to you guys, my number 1 play today was going to be short XPEV. That was going to be my number 1 play if those stocks gap down. Now, we came into the day today, NIO gap down, XPEV gap down, LI gap down. Now, I wanted to go after and short XPEV, but long and behold, I did not have it easy to borrow on Lightspeed, which is actually surprising to me today because I've had XPEV easy to borrow on Lightspeed this entire time. I've had XPEV, LI, and NIO, but for some reason, XPEV, I did not have the easy to borrow, but I still had the easy to borrow on NIO and LI. So I just went ahead and I went after and I shorted LI. LI gave me some good follow through. Okay, made a nice chunk of change. That was where the bulk of my morning profits came from, was shorting LI, and then doubled that with CAAS later in the day. Got tremendous follow through, a real nice short squeeze going into the close. So I told you guys this yesterday. This is why we do these live streams. This is why I do them on Sunday nights. This is why I do them every day. So I can talk to you guys and tell you exactly what it is that I am thinking. What are my game plan on a lot of these trade ideas? So I can share these ideas with you so that if you're not in chat with me, you can try implementing them on the very next day when those setups present themselves. But we talked about it yesterday. We came in chat this morning. It was my number 1 focus. We jumped on LI and we caught that thing short. Congratulations to all of you that were on my live stream with me last night. You guys got that analysis, you got that trade idea, and hopefully you capitalize on it coming into the day today. So we're going to recap that. We're going to go over my other trades. NKLA. I'm in some put options on NKLA. Okay, NKLA, there was a lot of bad news today out of NKLA with the deal with GM. That stock got destroyed, down 28% today, traded about 50, 60 cents lower after hours. That stock is trading about 55 cents lower than where it closed. We closed at 20.40. We got all the way down to 19.84 after hours. I'm in the $20 strike, December 4th expiration put options. I bought those today, took profits. I'm still holding some. We should get paid on those pretty nicely tomorrow. I'm looking for a gap down and a move down towards 19. That's going to pay us beautifully. And then, of course, we have CAAS, which is the big home run trade from today. So today actually ended up being a very, very active day. 4 for 4. We're going to recap all of that action here today on this live stream. For those of you that are brand new, welcome to the True Trading Club live stream. First thing you want to do is subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, make sure you guys never miss out any one of these lives, because myself, Michael Edward, and I've got Jason Spatafor, the Wolf of Wheat Street, right next to me. We are always doing live streams, doing live Q&As, giving out trade ideas like yesterday on the EV stocks. We do trade recaps like we're going to do here today, and I always give you guys golden nuggets of education on these lives totally for free. Okay, I began my trading career working for a hedge fund. I had to go through an educational program before I began trading with their money. I take that education, I've simplified it, and I give it to you as TTG curriculum courses on the website, and I drop those little golden nuggets throughout on these live streams. So very, very, very kind of unexpected crazy day today, and we're going to go over it. We're going to recap all of that, and there's a lot of lessons that you can learn from the trade recaps that we're going to be discussing. All right, so welcome all of you. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Like I said, if you guys are brand new, subscribe to the channel. We are going to start off this live stream same way that we start off every single live stream, guys, and that is going to be with a blanket Q&A. So go ahead, guys. We're going to give some time for people to log on before we get into the educational part and the recaps. So go ahead, guys. Fire away. Ask us questions. We are here for you while we kick things off. Give some time for people to log on. Go ahead, guys. Fire away with some nice Q&As.
Whatever you want, man. Just grab one.
Yeah, I was just going to get caught up. Okay, so someone says, does LI go up tomorrow? Are we going to kill it tomorrow? Yes, we are going to kill it tomorrow. We try to kill it every day. That's my goal. Try to kill it every day, guys. Try to kill it every day. Jesus, I just got like 5 or 6 questions about, is NIO going to go up tomorrow? Is LI going to go up tomorrow? What are your thoughts on NIO tomorrow? Everybody wants to know what these EV stocks are going to do tomorrow. Let's go to the charts. I'll do a quick little, let's touch base, guys. We'll go to these stocks. Traded significantly lower after the bell. Okay, these stocks traded significantly lower after the close. LI traded lower. Okay, XPEV lower, NIO lower after the close. Okay, we're coming up to some support levels on a lot of these stocks, and I think that I think we can see these things start to pull themselves in now. I think that these pullbacks. I think now this pullback is not going to be bought up as aggressively as some of the others. So I'm actually going to be expecting us to have maybe a little bit more downside in these EV stocks. Do they continue lower tomorrow? I mean, they could maybe consolidate, have a little bit of a minor bounce back. But this is a pretty big drop over the last couple of days. Like, just take a look at LI, over the last 4 days, and you're talking about the stocks went from 47 down to 35. So you're getting a pretty significant drop on a lot of these names, even NIO, XPEV. Over the last couple of days, you guys can see some significant drops in these stocks. So I think we maybe get a little bit of a consolidation. I don't want to call it a bounce, because people might think that I think the stocks are going to rally back like this. I don't think they're going to rally back. I think they can consolidate the 4-day sell-off or the 4-day pullback, consolidate for a couple of days, and then trade lower. And I think you can get a little bit more downside on some of these names.
All right, I got one. So what happened with Canadian pot stocks today? Well, Sundial traded 1.8 billion shares. Disgusting. I am still bearish on the Canadian sector. I will remain bearish. Don't at me. Today in chat, we were talking about Sundial, and I jumped on the mic, and Sundial was 50 cents. And I go, look, as long as you know that you're trading crap, that's fine, but play the trade. And I said right there, I go, this thing could hit 85 today. It hit 93, came back down. But what I want you guys to keep in perspective with Aurora, Sundial, and Tilray. So I got some stats for you just to kind of make my point. The 52-week high for Sundial, just the 52-week high, is $3.82, $3.82. So if, let's say, you bought $3.82, based off of where he closed, you need that thing to be a 5-bagger for you to break even. Okay. Now, if you got in this thing at 14, yeah, you're like happy. Okay, but it's crap. All right. If you bought Aurora, the 52-week high for Aurora is $44. Okay, so think about, put that in perspective, and that's the post-split. All right. If we go back, it's even higher. For Sundial, if you wanted to go to the all-time highs, you'd need a 19-bagger. So I just want you guys to have some perspective. The Canadians are still far below where they were, for their 52-week highs. Now, because they went into the gutter and then bounced out of the gutter, now everybody, oh, they're back. They're not even close to being back. Whereas if you look at the U.S. companies, the MSOs, yeah, they're not giving you these massive runs, but these things are actually near their all-time highs. So it's just a big difference. I saw something about puts with some of these. I was looking at Aurora puts today when it was 12.25. The put for this week was $1.50. So I was like, all right, let me just watch it. Aurora dropped 65 cents and the put option actually went down. So the IV crush is really high on these right now. So just keep that in mind. All right. That's all I got to say about that. Next question.
I don't. You said, do you think that the Chinese government is going to retaliate against the blacklist? I don't, because the Chinese government realizes that a new administration's coming in that's going to be way more lenient with them. I don't think the Chinese government wants to get in. I think they're just going to sit back and wait.
It's simple. They don't want to hurt their manufacturing.
Yeah, no.
We make all this stuff over there.
Yeah.
And they'll be, and what are they going to say? Oh, we're just trying to protect U.S. investors. The same way they would want to protect Chinese investors if, if U.S. companies are on the Hang Seng or, what is it? The 850, whatever exchanges they have over there. And we were like just doing like Enron after Enron. They're going to do the same thing to us. So,
Yeah. How were you able to hold on to trades when you first started to wait for them to work out? I always stop out right before the trade takes off. Peter, because, you don't stop out based on time. You stop out based on price. Everyone needs to understand right now that nothing about trading is perfect. So you guys have to stop trying to be perfect. So many people try to buy a stock like at the very second before it's going to make its move. And that's not realistic. Yeah, sometimes you'll get a stock right before it makes its run. Other times you're going to get a stock in its consolidation. And you have to understand that. Like, you have to stop trying to be so perfect with your entries to where the timing of your entry was so immaculate where the second you buy the stock, it just goes up. Like, it doesn't pull back. If you buy a stock at $9.83, it'll never print $9.82. It's just going to go straight up from the time that you buy it. If you're trying to do that, stop trading. Okay. Just completely stop trading now, because trading is not that perfect. You have to get used to buying a stock and it goes lower. Okay, now there's a big difference in you buying a stock and it goes lower and you buy a stock and it completely breaks down and falls apart. Case in point, CAAS today. I bought CAAS at $8.25 this afternoon. Okay, that stock went down to like 790 something. Okay, after I bought it. I bought it at 825. I wasn't taking profits until probably 30, 40 minutes later. And in the mix of that, the stock did pull back a little bit deeper. So if I bought at 825 and it goes to 810, I'm not panicking. My stop loss wasn't until around 750 or 760, whatever it was. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to recap that entire trade. So you have to stop thinking, because so many people look at a trade and they say, okay, they buy a stock and then all of a sudden they see their P&L is red. The second someone sees their P&L is red, they automatically associate that with, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm down money. Therefore, I must be wrong. So I'm going to panic and I'm going to sell out of the trade because it's a loser. Just because your P&L is red does not mean it's a losing trade. It does not mean that you are wrong. This is why I tell people that struggle with this kind of stuff, remove your P&L from view. I do not see my P&L during the day. I do not need to see my P&L during the day. I know if I'm buying a stock at $10 and I buy 10,000 shares, and if I stop out at 950, I know I'm going to lose $5,000. I know exactly what my risk is before I enter the trade. I do not need to sit there and see when I'm down 3,000. If I'm prepared to lose 5,000 on the trade, I don't need to see that I'm down 2,500. Okay, I have my stop loss, and when the stock gets to my stop loss, I will exit the trade. And everything in between my entry and my stop loss is noise. It's complete noise. If I buy a stock at 825 and I say my stop loss is 760, that stock can drop to 785 and I don't have a care in the world because that's not my stop loss. That's all noise. All of that area, when you guys enter a trade, you better know 4 things. You better know 4 levels when you enter a trade. Your stop loss, your first take profit, your second take profit, and your third take profit. You better know where those 4 levels are. And when you enter a trade, every single piece of price action in between your first take profit and your stop loss is noise. I don't care what the stock is doing. You buy a stock at $5 and your first take profit's 550 and your stop loss is 450. I'm just using an example. I don't care if that stock goes to 520 and then 480 and then back to 520 and then back to 480 and then back to 520. That is all noise that means absolutely nothing to me until the stock either stops me out or gets to my profit target. If you struggle with this and you say, man, when I enter a trade, I have a hard time like staying in the trade when it goes against me. It's because you are associating being down on a trade with you must therefore be wrong, because you're so blinded by your P&L to say, oh my God, I'm down, therefore I must be wrong. And that's not true. You're only down because your entries on trades are not going to be absolutely perfect. So stop trying to make them perfect. You have to understand that sometimes you're going to buy a stock at 825 and it's going to go to 793 before it eventually explodes to 1240, which is exactly what happened with CAAS. And I sold the last piece of my position at $10.30. Okay. So, dealing with a 30-cent pullback from my entry price, which was still, and then that 30-cent pullback was still far above my stop loss. My stop loss was never in jeopardy on that CAAS trade. It was never even in play. The stock never got anywhere near my stop loss. So to sit in a 30-cent pullback and then watch the stock explode, okay, $4 from my entry price, really, when you think of it that way, what is the 30 cents? What's the 30 cents at that point, guys? So that's how I deal with it. That's how I come to grips with just sitting in a trade while it still pulls itself back. As long as it's above my stop loss, that little pullback means nothing to me, and you guys have to stop trying to be so perfect with your entries to where you're trying to just buy a stock and it immediately goes higher. That's wishful thinking. And it's not something that you're going to be able to accomplish every time. And you need to learn how to be comfortable when the stock gives you those little pullbacks. Mike, do you think AMD breaks all-time high tomorrow or reverses trend and gives another pullback going into the new year? That's tough. That's tough.
Change your time horizon. Who cares if it's tomorrow or a week from now?
Yeah, it'll make a new all-time high soon. Very soon. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be next week or next month.
I mean, I don't even know where it is right now. Well, I mean, I like AMD. I don't talk about it, but futures are up. Tech futures are up. I don't like talking about AMD. I don't like talking about AMD. I don't like talking about NVIDIA. I don't like talking about Square. Those are a couple of the ones that I just don't like talking about.
How about we got to add Palantir to the list now?
And Palantir, I don't like talking about.
I mean, you crushed Palantir. You're about 100% gain on Palantir. You can't
98%. That's what's killing me. I mean, and I had 100% gain on Square. I thought I was a genius selling it at 85, and then now it's like $200.
I almost just spit my water all over my webcam.
I own Zoom at 91 or 93, and I was like, what is this Zoom? I say it's like right after the IPO. Point is, guys, look, tech futures are up. Tech is going to be strong tomorrow. I think we'll be fine. Same thing with our X trades. Yeah. Guys, what I think some of you need to do is change your time horizons with some of these things. Okay. Change your time horizons. Like, don't look at everything as like, oh, I need this tomorrow. Right. You'll find that you'll if you sit in a position, sometimes I find like just sitting in a position like that and just not doing anything versus trying to just make all these trades, like stocks that I've never heard of or whatever is like where the Momo is going. If I would have just stayed in that trade, my portfolio performs way better than jumping on a hamster wheel. You want to avoid that. And I think part of that is, realigning like, your perspective on time, and realizing like, look, this is something that I could hold. This is something that I don't mind if it goes up. I'd prefer if it goes down to give me an opportunity. That's the position that you want to be in with your portfolio, where you're actually cheering on a dip, because you've, taken a nice rip. All right. Man, everything's EV. That's so shocking.
Always, man.
God.
Always. Every single day for the last 2 weeks, every live stream has been all about EV questions.
Look, you just got another one. I love it.
Yeah.
MSOS options, they're just not very liquid, and the spreads aren't there. I said yesterday on the live stream that you want to be looking at 32, 33 calls on that. I mean, the way these things are moving right now. Look, I saw a thing about, should we wait on, getting into the MSOs in March? I don't think that pattern is going to hold. So what I'm talking about is every March we've seen pot stocks take a sizable dip. I think that at that period you're going to see the Canadians dip, and you're going to see the U.S. companies just keep trudging along. Guys, these things are pretty much going up like 1-2% every other day. Which is why, I mean, Green Thumb is 30 cents off of its, all-time high. Curaleaf was like 40 cents off its all-time high. TerraSend is at its all-time high. Cresco Labs near its all-time high. They're all near their all-time highs, whereas like the Canadians are, we're just stomping on them. The only thing that's really, that's moving these things is the fact that they're on a big board. So you really need to realize that, play the trade. don't fall in love with it. Yeah, I mean, GRWG, another one. I mean, GRWG is kind of it's out of control. That I had Power REIT today, $27. IIPR 150. So, nothing wrong with taking a little profit up here.
I got a lot of people that are asking about the vaccine plays. I mean,
did Moderna sell off?
What?
Did Moderna pull back?
No, it didn't actually. I actually thought it would have today on today's gap up. I actually thought today's gap up would have been faded. Nice.
I got a question.
Hello to Gus Gill's children. Hello, Gus Gill's children. How are you? Hey, Gus's kids.
Gus sounds like a guy that smokes Winston's and has a tattoo of like.
Also, hi, Minna. Minna paying attention. Minna watching us too. Minna, go to bed. It's past your bedtime. Go to bed, Minna. So let's talk about these vaccine stocks. Got a lot of people asking about the vaccine stocks. I mean, listen, Pfizer barely moves. Pfizer is not a play that I think people should be day trading. The stock barely moves. Okay. I think that, could the stock continue and push up into the low 40s? Yes, I do think Pfizer gets up into the low 40s. Okay. I do think Pfizer gets up into the low 40s, but the big one is Moderna. All right. The big one's Moderna. Traded way higher after hours, all the way up to 165. I'm actually surprised at this move today on Moderna. Moderna is not one that has been known to hold news-based gap ups. Whenever Moderna has come out with news-based gap ups or has had just gap ups in general, they are faded. They have been faded since I could remember. Okay, there was your vaccine news. It was faded. There was a big gap up. It was faded. There was the big gap up. It was faded. Every time this stock has had significant move to the upside, it fades. It doesn't like gap and go. It moves up, pulls back, moves up, pulls back, moves up, pulls back. I was actually very surprised to see the stock extend today. A lot of traders got hurt on Moderna today short. A lot of traders got hurt on Moderna today short. A lot of traders shorted Moderna today in front of 150, and they got completely wrecked. Okay, a lot of traders got wrecked shorting Moderna today on this gap up. So what do I think of Moderna at this point? I mean, how do you possibly buy this thing? The stock's up 63% in 2 days, in 3 days. So you're talking about this was $100 stock just 3 days ago. Now it's at 164. This is a parabolic move with a lot of open gaps here. I mean, Moderna, when this stock tops out, Moderna is going to pull back violently. I think you'll see like a $15 pullback in Moderna within the next 3 days. Now, does that mean we can't push up to 175 before that happens? No, of course we can. But I think within the next couple of days, you're going to see a 15-point pullback in Moderna. I'd be very surprised.
I'm going to buy 150 puts for 3 cents on Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think this stock is going to have a pretty aggressive pullback. I don't think that this is something that you can ever think about even buying up at this level. If I was somebody that was playing the vaccine trade, which I've not, I was not playing the vaccine trade because it was a coin flip. It's a race to see who gets it and who doesn't. So I personally stayed away from investing in any of the vaccine stocks. But if I was investing in vaccine plays, I would be selling Moderna today if I was a shareholder. If I was a shareholder in Moderna, I would be selling. This move on the vaccine news is excessive. And I think the stock's going to give you a very sharp pullback. You also have NVAX, which has had a nice move higher in the last 2 days. NVAX was kind of a funny play today because they actually delayed their trials here in the U.S. but they went ahead with some news in, I believe it was in Europe or something. So they kind of had like good news in one part of the world and a delay in another. But just vaccine hopes in general, or vaccine companies in general, are getting a boost because of people that are seeing how successful Pfizer was, how successful Moderna was with 95% and 94% efficacy on their vaccine. People are just expecting all the vaccine companies to come out with positive data, and that's why you've seen Novavax over the last 2 days pop. Okay, that's why you've seen NVAX pop. I'd be careful of chasing this move higher on NVAX. They're not coming out with data as around the corner as you saw with Moderna and Pfizer. NVAX is a little bit behind. So I'd be a little careful chasing this because the hype on the vaccine, I think, could fade a little bit on NVAX until their data comes out. You can get a pullback. But then obviously, if they do come out with like a 94% efficacy on their vaccine, the stock should probably move up and test 180. But the question is, when does that come? You may not get data phase 3 on NVAX until Q1 of next year. So that's a long ways away to ride the coattails of Moderna and Pfizer. So I'm just saying, just to be careful chasing this NVAX move higher. Understand the timeline of the stocks that you own, especially if you're owning any of these vaccine stocks. Understand the timeline of when their data is anticipated to come out, understand where they are in their trials, and understand the logistics of distributing their vaccine if you guys are going to own these stocks.
Yeah, I think I think that you have to be a seller, especially if you're in multiple vaccine plays, like if you're in a Pfizer, Moderna, whatever. And
you have a BioNTech too, BNTX, which is all-time highs today as well.
Yeah, I mean, how much more are you looking to get out of these trades, right?
Yeah,
you have to assume. Here's the thing. These things are moving like they're the only game in town. But the problem is that you've got multiple companies that have multiple vaccines in play, so you could have, 5 different vaccines at some point, that's just kind of diluting the market. So I think that, which I think is good. I like that there's like the potential for 5 vaccines or whatever.
Oh, I think we might even have. I think we'll probably have more than 5. I think there's worldwide. We'll have more than 5.
Yeah. But my point is, if that's the case, then a lot of these things are like, they're getting really close to their ceiling, right? How much more profit can you get out of them at that point? Right. So I think you really should be peeling off profit incrementally. I'm not saying you have to take it all, but with these vaccines, then you really have to, if you haven't started to rotate your portfolio, I feel like you're way behind. And that's something that you should be doing right now.
Yeah, I think this round of vaccine rally, I think has to be a profit-taking one for people that have been investing. Like if you have been investing in BioNTech, Moderna, Novavax, like if you've been investing in these companies for this, like you started in March, April, May, June, and you're like, I think this company is going to get a vaccine, and you started buying shares in those companies around that time, you've got to be taking profit on this news. This is the whole reason why you bought the stock. The whole reason why you bought these stocks was because you thought they were going to get an FDA approval for their vaccine. We're here. Okay, we're here. And what happens now is a lot of people forget why they bought the stock in the first place. And now they just think, oh my God, the stock's going higher. And they just say, it's just going to keep going higher. Well, what's the next piece of news after FDA approval that's going to make that stock go higher? Once they come out and say, okay, guys, 95% efficacy, FDA approval for the COVID vaccine, stock shoots up. Now what? Now what? What is the next catalyst? What's the next piece of news that will send that stock another 20, 30, 40% higher? What is it? This is not a rhetorical question. You invested in these companies literally for a phase 3 approval for the vaccine, an FDA approval for the vaccine. That's why you invested in these companies. We're here. Yeah. Take your profit off the table. If you have been a buyer of these stocks, you're up 100, 200% on your money. This is why, maybe some even more, depending on where you bought Moderna, where you bought Novavax, right? I mean, you guys are up, ridiculous amounts. If you bought these stocks months ago, take your profits. Don't forget the reason why you bought these stocks in the first place. Do not forget. If I said to you 6 months ago, okay, if I said to you 6 months ago that you were going to buy Moderna at $55 a share, okay, and if I said to you, why are you buying Moderna? What's going to be your exit strategy on Moderna? You're going to say, well, I'm buying the stock now at 55 because I think they're going to get a COVID vaccine. I'm going to say, wow, great. If they're the company that's going to do it, if they're the ones that are going to get to the vaccine, is that your exit strategy? Or are you planning on holding on to this stock for the next 5 years? What's your plan? If your plan to me 6 months ago was, yeah, well, once they get FDA approval, the stock should fly, I'm going to take my profits. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. That's where we are. That's where we are. Do not forget that was your goal 6 months ago. If you bought the stock 6 months ago or 3 months ago, do not forget that was your goal the entire time. We're here. You've achieved your goal. Don't be a pig. The stock's at $164. You could have bought this thing at 30, 40, 50, 60. Do not be a pig. Take your money off the table. Nice job, Raphael. Raphael says, I sold it today. Great job. Good for you.
Any thoughts? All right. I've seen it a bunch of times. Let me just go over U.S. Steel. So I had 2 U.S. Steel trades today. I'm long the stock already. I had a trading position for the stock. I sold it, and then the next day I went to 14. I've traded the $14 calls for December 11th, I think twice so far. Today I got into a $14.50 call, and it was really struggling to get back up there, so I cut it loose. I cut it loose for 4 cents, and now you're saying, "Oh, Wolf, you suck." 4 cents from where I bought it was 5%. The thing dropped like a stone, okay? But what it did was it gave me an opportunity to get into the call that I wanted, which was the 14. So then we got into the call, 76, 77, and then took profit twice, I think 88 and 90, 91 or something like that, 90, 91, 92. Look, I really like U.S. Steel. I think, my overall sentiment on it is bullish. It did just get an upgrade with a $17 price target. I want you guys to keep in mind that in the summer of 2018, U.S. Steel was a $37 company. It dropped precipitously, I think 25% the day that our government announced tariffs on Canada and Mexico. My feeling and the feeling of a bunch of people in TTG that have now drank the U.S. Steel Kool-Aid since it was $5 was that we're going to need massive infrastructure projects moving forward to strengthen the middle class and create jobs and, all of that good stuff. On top of that, our infrastructure all over the United States, wherever you find people are on YouTube or, see that, bridges are shit. There's a lot of issues, literally bridges fall. A bridge just fell apart like a couple weeks ago, almost took a reporter with it. So I'm overall bullish on steel. Now, usually I give myself a good amount of time on these calls. So I've been clocking in with at least 3 weeks of time. Now, normally if I was getting into a call for the first time, I would give myself 3 weeks of time. This time I gave myself 2 weeks just because my feeling was either I was going to be in the trade for a little while, make some profit, or I was going to be quick to peel it off. So yeah, watching where futures are, maybe this goes to 1450, maybe something crazy happens, and then we break that 1450, 1460 area and then shoot up to 15. But overall, my, US Steel, I think, is a great option for everybody to learn on. And it's one of the things that, it's the highest probability trade in True Trading Group since I've been there. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Did you go with a shorter time frame because it was already in the money? No, I went with that time frame because I'd been trading that time frame. And I felt comfortable. I knew exactly where I was profit-wise and how much insurance I had going into the trade. Because if you guys remember, I think we took that thing from 70 cents to $1.03. That was the first time. This time we took it from 76 to 93. And, so I was going into it with like just a massive amount of profit already built into it that I could give, a little. All right. No, I'm not flat X. I did sell 50% of my position now. So I'm still long in those December 11th, $14 calls. Okay. Oh, you think the Jay-Z SPAC going to pop? I bought some today, just because the hype in the weed space is just kind of crazy. I didn't take a big position. I bought 2,000 shares. I have no problem sharing that. If this thing goes down to $10, I'll probably sell it. I'm not looking to I even said today, I was like, I'll take a 3% stop loss. I just don't feel like really being in it. But yeah, we should be fine. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Let's see. I'll take a couple more questions, guys, and then we're gonna get into.
Mike's gonna get into.
I'm gonna get
into his trades. Mike was 4 for 4 today, guys. 4 for 4. I was 4 for 4 too, but my trades weren't that good. No, my trades were good. Profit's profit. 5%, 25%. I don't know what you did on CAAS. So
yeah,
and then the other ones were like 1 and 2%, but they were swing trades, so they were boring.
Yeah, I think it was 25% on CAAS.
Oh, that's not bad. I remember when I had my first beer. We sold X for a loss. That makes you 3 and 1. What are you talking about? We sold X for a loss.
I don't know.
What do you? No. I want to like Johnny B, Johnny Volatility. I'm gonna call you. We didn't. We got into the 1450 at 84 cents. I sold it at 88 cents. And then the other US Steel option went from 76 to 93. So I don't know what your math is, but he sold. How do you sell X for a loss? That is always going to boggle my mind. So guys, we take polls like, okay, who traded it, to get a feel for what people are trading in. And we'll have trades like US Steel. It's like, it went up 55%. And it'll be like 2% of the people took a loss on it. You got to be patient on these things. You have to be patient. Mike just gave you a whole, reasoning. Like, I don't go red on something and I'm like, oh no, abandon ship. You cannot be like that. I'm also not white knuckling it. I'm like I'm having a sandwich. I'm going for a swim in my pool, So you got to be patient. Please, for the love of God, especially if you're in US Steel. US Steel's literally gone up 8% every month. We give ourselves enough time to capture that.
Yeah, I did notice. You're done, right, on the X?
Yeah, I'm done. I think I'm done here too, Chris. Yeah, I just said I'm still in. I'm still in USD.
Oh, you're done for.
I don't got any more. I don't got any more. You know, all my magic is gone, baby. Oh, did you see that text I sent you yesterday for the VR?
Oh my God, yeah.
Guys, I got to read this to you because it's really funny. I sent it to Mike. My wife sends me a text yesterday. It's like late at night. So I guess she was watching the stream, what she told me. And then she's like, and I was like, oh, I got to go play with my Oculus. First message, don't watch VR porn. Second, I'm coming out in a few to do the elves because, you know, we have kids. So we do have the elves do mischievous shit. And then it's like, okay, Rocky, you're so loud. I almost punched her in the face. She came out. She almost got in the way of Apollo Creed. So anyway, guys, yeah, get an Oculus. We should have like sponsored by Oculus.
We should hit him up. You have a blue check on Twitter. Hit him up. Like, I'm gonna sponsor.
Yeah, hit me up, guys. I need a friend when I'm playing ping pong.
I gotta get one. I'll play you.
I just sent my sister one before we got on here.
All right, I gotta get one.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
All right, bro. Later, Wolf.
Bye.
All right, guys. Yeah, so OBLG, somebody just asked me about, did we see OBLG? Yes, we did. I warned everybody to be very, very careful with this stock. I wasn't paying attention to this, halted right there because prior to that, the stock was trading hardly any volume whatsoever. Like in here, I wasn't even paying attention to the stock because this is not enough volume at all. 10,000, 5,000 shares. Here's 300 shares, 6,000 shares. I mean, this, I can't even get my position on this in a 3-minute candle. My position size would be bigger than the entire volume that this stock trades in a 3-minute candle. So when I see a stock that has that low volume, I don't pay attention to it at all whatsoever. Once this thing started to actually get volume, like this is over 500,000 shares, shot up and then halted over 9. That's when it started to get my attention. But the stock was so thin. The spreads were, 30, 40 cent spreads at certain times. It was a very dangerous stock to be trading. And then it halted right before the close. And then it opened after the close and then dropped. So I did not trade OBLG. I was busy trading CAAS in the afternoon. I caught this move right here. This is the trade that I caught on CAAS. That's the trade that I caught on CAAS. So I was not trading that OBLG because I was focused on full size CAAS on this squeeze going into the close. And the stock traded much higher after hours, and this is definitely on watch going into tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised the stock gaps up to 15 tomorrow. So this is one that I'm going to pay very close attention to tomorrow, which is the CAS. But no, guys, I was not I was not trading that OBLG. All right. I was not trading that OBLG. All right, guys. We're going to do 10 more minutes. We're going to do 10 more minutes of a Q&A. Then we're going to get into the trading, the lessons on the day. We're going to recap my 4 trades today: NKLA put options, AQB, LI short, and CAAS long. Those are my 4 trades today. 4 for 4. Nice, strong, solid day for me today. I'm still in my NKLA puts, looking to see if I can get some more downside. See if I get some more downside tomorrow in NKLA. My target on NKLA is going to be down around $18. We'll see if we can get down there in the next 1 or 2 days. I think we can. I've got the $20 strike puts. We're trading below $20 after the close. I already took some profit off, not a big profit, small profit. It was like 9%, something like that. But then I'm looking for more tomorrow, and I think we can get more tomorrow. So we're going to recap all of those trades. And the LI short, I called that last night. I told you guys last night that my number one play coming into the day today was going to be looking short the EV Chinese stocks, and those stocks got rocked in the morning. They did bounce back a little later in the day, but then pulled back closer to the close, but those stocks got rocked in the morning. XPEV, NIO, LI, those stocks were getting rocked in the morning, and we were able to capitalize on that. So we're going to recap all of that. Before I do, I want to see how many of our traders that are on here joining me on this stream. I want to see how many of you are completely brand new. If you guys are newbies, this is something that I've been starting to do here. What I've been starting to do here on my live streams. If you are brand new to trading, all right, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. I want to see how many people that are on the live, how many of you are completely brand new. A lot of the times when I'm doing Q&As and some of the things that I talk about, I just kind of, breeze over some things that I would consider so, elementary that I forget that we have a lot of newbies on here. And I just want to get a feel for how many people we have on here that are brand new. Don't be shy, guys. Everyone had a day one. I had a day one also. Don't be shy. We got T Comic-Con, Bill Wieland, B Norris, 90, Alyssum, Breadstick Baby, Mariellis Disla, Wavy Investments, Turnt Larry, Esteban, Boss Goose, Vishnu, Gregorio, all right, Ron Grady, Daniel Ogden, Julius Vincent, Glenn Wilson, damn you, Andre Dennis, Mario, Gregorio, Oliver North, Jay Yeko, Teresa Huang, Leo's Rex, Jay Noldo, VL. Good. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys, what I want to do right now, okay, Naveen, Christopher Yerksa. What I want to do, guys, for all of you that just typed the number 1, for those of you that are brand new, for the next 5 minutes, guys, go ahead and ask me some newbie questions. All right, because like I said, I always, as I pick out questions, some of these questions might be a little over your head maybe, or you might not understand some of the terminology, or you might just have a very basic question. Okay, you might just have a very basic question that you might feel is a stupid question. I'm here to tell you there's no such thing as a stupid question. So go ahead, guys, fire away. Ask me questions while I take just a couple more minutes. No, okay, buddy, absolutely not. Don't tell them that. Y'all better get used to losing money. Absolutely not, man. Not if you guys get a professional education, that's for sure. Not if you get a professional education, that's for sure. How do you learn to read the charts? Education, man. Education. You have to understand technical analysis. You got to get to understand what chart patterns look like, what are specific chart patterns that are bullish, what patterns are bearish. You're going to have to learn how to use technical indicators, how to use VWAP, how to use Fibonacci levels, how to use trade line. All of these things, how to use the MACD. All these things are going to help you be able to read the charts. Reading the charts, that's technical analysis. How do puts and calls make money? Good question. Is 25K enough to start day trading? Absolutely, Govind. So B Norris says, how do puts and calls make money? Good question. So when you guys are buying an option contract, basically what you're doing is you are buying the right to buy or sell shares of a particular stock at a particular price on a particular date. So if you buy a $100 strike call option that expires on December 18th, you are buying the right to buy shares of the stock at $100 a share, okay, on December 18th, regardless of where the price is on December 18th. So if the price of the stock is at $115 on December 18th, that contract that you own gives you the right to buy shares at 100 on December 18th. Okay. So if you buy a $100 strike put option that expires on December 18th, that gives you the right to sell shares at $100 on December 18th. Even if the stock is at $90 on December 18th, you still have the right to sell shares at 100. Okay. This is what basically it means when you own a call or a put option. Okay, they're called option contracts because it gives you the right to buy or sell shares at that particular price on that particular date. Okay. Now there's more advanced option scenarios where instead of you having the right, you're actually obligated to do so. I'm not going to get into that because obviously you're a newbie asking the question. We don't have to talk about advanced option strategies, but just basic calls and puts. That's what you are owning. Now, let's say you own the $100 call that expires December 18th. When that stock is trading at, let's say, $97 and you own the option to buy it at 100 on December 18th, as the stock approaches 100, the value of that contract is going to go up because there's a greater chance that the stock gets over 100. And if the stock gets over 100, you are holding a contract that allows you to buy shares at 100. So if you own that contract that allows you to buy shares at 100 on December 18th, and let's say tomorrow the stock gets to 101, 102, then next week it's at 108, okay? The stock is trading much higher than where you have the right to buy shares at 100. So the value of that contract becomes increasingly more valuable because you can buy shares at a cheaper price than what they're currently trading at. So that's why the value of that contract goes up as the price of the stock goes up and eventually goes higher than your strike price. Same thing applies just to the opposite on a put option. If you own a $100 strike put option and the stock's at 102, as the stock approaches 100, the value of that contract is going to go up. As the stock gets below 100, gets to 95, the value of that contract is going to go up even higher because you have the right to sell shares at 100, even though the stock is trading at 95. And that's how traders make money, buying and selling call options and put options. That's not taking into account you exercising the option. If you want to exercise the option, the contract expires on the expiration date, and you'll have to come up with the capital to actually execute and exercise the contract. If you own one contract, that means you have to execute 100 shares at that particular price. So if you own a $100 strike call option, you own one contract and that contract expires and the stock's trading at 105 and it's a $100 strike call option, you have to have enough money in your account to buy 100 shares. It's 100 shares for every one contract. One contract equals 100 shares. So if you own one call option with a $100 strike, and you want it and you let it expire, you're going to have enough money in your account to buy 100 shares at $100. And then now the stock is trading at 105. You can sell the shares at 105. Okay. You can sell the shares at 105 immediately. Okay. But you have to have the capital in your account to buy those shares at 100. Now, most traders that trade options do not hold stocks into expiration. I don't buy and sell options with the intent on exercising them. I buy them and sell them as the value of those contracts increase, as the price of the underlying stock moves in the favor of my strike price. Okay, and that's how you guys make money trading stocks. Trading call and put options. Okay. Woo! Hell yeah, John Gallardi, my man. John Gallardi, guys, I joined True Trading Group earlier this month. I only had 5 small red days in November. I'm up $64,000 for the month. Boom. John Gallardi, my man. Congratulations. 64 grand. That is a solid month, my brother. Congratulations. Next month, let's make it 70. Congratulations, my man. That's a great job. First month in True Trading Group, $64,000 profit. I'll take that any day. Congratulations. All right. So now, guys, my newbies, all those people that said that you guys were new, all those people that typed the number 1 in chat, what are your guys' goals in trying to learn how to trade? What are your guys' goals? Type your goals in chat right now. Like, you're trying to learn how to trade, but what is it? What are you trying to accomplish? What is your goal in trying to learn how to become trying to learn how to trade stocks and options? You want to make $10 million a year. Okay. That's not a good goal to have. Okay, I'll explain in a second. Pay student loans, become debt-free. Very nice. Need a house for my family. Okay, B. Norris. Financial freedom and time freedom. That's right, Teresa. Pick up chicks. Grow retirement, freedom. Replace my 6-day-a-week job. Preston, 100 mil a year. Make my ex-wife sorry she cheated. Quit my day job. Buy a Lambo. Spread knowledge. There you go. Extra money consistently. Live on my own terms. There you go. Make 1K a day. Become like Pizza Mike. Leave my kids something. That's nice. All right, guys. Beautiful. Travel the world. Drive a McLaren. Pay off my child support. Take care of my parents. Very nice. Lance, teach my son. Make my family wealthy. Hell yeah, Joe. Retire my mom. Brian, excellent. Excellent, 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 excellent. $200 a day to start. Jeremy, nice job. Guys, awesome. These are great goals. These are great goals because these are realistic goals. They are attainable goals. When you guys start trading, you don't want to set a goal like, I want to become rich. That's not a goal. Okay. In order for you guys to become consistently profitable traders, it's very important that you go through trading and gain confidence while you go through your development, your education, your learning process. It's important that you develop confidence. One thing all successful traders have in common is that they are confident traders. They do not second guess themselves. They don't second guess their analysis. They don't second guess their ability. Okay. They understand that they win some, they lose some, and they keep on moving. They don't second guess themselves. Okay. So it's very important for you as a newbie to be able to cross off goals as you develop, because it helps build confidence and it gives you that sense of self-achievement and self-accomplishment that is important, especially early on in your trading career, to give you confidence as you grow, because there will be growing pains. You will have days when you're going to lose money. You're going to have days where you think you can't do this, but then you're going to have other days where you feel like things just click and you're going to make more money in one day than you've made in an entire month at your job. And those are the type of days that are going to keep you going, that are going to show you the light at the end of the tunnel. And you need to be able to cross off goals as you get there. Okay, to help continue building your confidence. Very important, guys. We just conducted our Trader Palooza event, guys. That was just on Saturday. That was that 12-hour-long virtual trading workshop where we went over 1-hour workshops, different topics. It was a 12-hour-long event. All our moderators were there. It was an amazing time. Just 12 hours of raw education. Man, I'm still talking to members about it today. People were talking about it on social media. We're talking about it in chat. It was such an amazing event. Thank you again to all of our TGD fam that joined us on that Trader Palooza event. It was amazing. It was really, really was. It was absolutely amazing. All right. So for those of you that are brand new, okay, I want to make sure you guys are aware before now. I'm going to get into my trade recaps on the day. We're going to talk about all the lessons to take away from these trades. I'm going to tell you guys what I expect to happen next on NKLA, because I'm still in that NKLA trade. But again, made money on LI, made money on CAAS. Woo! Yes, DD. I just keep catching, like, out of the corner of my eye, like, some messages. DD, $7,000 day today. Nice job. More money in one day than most people make in an entire month. Didi, hell yeah. Great job. Congrats. Beautiful. Well done. Nicely done. Nicely done, guys. Lance Alvarez. Woo! You guys are killing it. Lance Alvarez, $22,685 in the last 2 weeks since I started with TTG. Lance Alvarez, my man. 22 grand in 2 weeks. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Isn't it amazing? Oh, John Butler, 10 grand today. Woo! You guys are killing it. Oh, I love this. Yes. Yes. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This stuff gets me so pumped. I love seeing you guys succeed like this. Oh my God. Boom. Oh, that's incredible. Oh my God, that's incredible. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Oh, that gets me so pumped. That gets me so pumped. Congrats, guys. Really nice job. Congrats. Man, nothing gets me more pumped than seeing my team win, man. Nothing gets me more pumped than seeing my team win. So, guys, listen up. For those of you that are brand new, those of you that are newbies, you guys type #1 in chat. You guys are just kind of interested, like, how the hell is Lance and Dee and John, how are they pulling out this kind of cash on a regular basis? Guys, you want to come check it out and find out for yourselves. Before I get into the lessons on the day, I want to make sure you all are aware that we have a 7-day trial that you can join in TTG. It's just $3. Guys, it is just $3. One-time payment of $3, not reoccurring. It's literally, guys, literally, it's $3. That's it. Okay, it's a cup of coffee. It's a bag of chips. It's a candy bar. You can't even buy a hot dog for $3. It's less than a hot dog. Okay, you know, go to Yankee Stadium. A hot dog's like $10. Okay, you guys can get a 7-day trial for just $3. Okay, go to ttgthree.com. That's going to get you access to our member dashboard for 7 days. You're going to be able to see all the resources and tools available to you as a full-time member. You're going to be able to use our stock profile tool, which allows you to type in any ticker symbol you're interested in as many times as you want and get a downloadable PDF report on that company that gives you general news, SEC filings, insider transactions, all your analyst ratings, how many analysts have a buy, sell, hold rating on a particular stock. All of that will be right there for you guys on that downloadable PDF report. You're also going to get our premium watch list, which shows you the stocks we're watching that day, which stocks we're going to be trading, and how we plan on profiting from them, where we're buying, where we're selling. You're also going to get 3 courses included with your trial. These are 3 courses I wrote myself that are guaranteed to help make you guys better traders. Whether you've never traded stock a day in your life or you've been trading for 20 years, these courses are guaranteed to help make you a better trader. They're included with your trial. Guys, they're included with your trial. You're also going to get 3 days access into our trading chat room. Okay, you guys can trade with me and the rest of the TTG team live for 3 days. Okay, with this this trial program. All right, you guys are going to be able to see my screen, see the other moderator screens. We share our screens throughout the day. Listen to us on the microphone. We tell you guys what we're doing before we actually do it. Where I'm buying, where I'm. I came on the microphone. I told everybody today on CAAS. I said, guys, I'm waiting for a pullback. The stock was up around $9. I said, I'm not chasing this up at $9. I'm waiting for a pullback into $8. I'm going to buy this thing in front of $8. I told everybody that on the microphone. That stock pulled in, bang, $8.25. I got long. I tell you guys where I'm buying before I actually buy it. NKLA today, came on the mic, told everybody, guys, I'm looking to buy the $20 strike December 4th expiration puts. Bang. Then I bought them a couple minutes later. LI, I shorted LI today, came on the microphone, told everybody, guys, I'm coming in here. I can't get a borrow on XPEV, so instead I'm going to short LI. Went in, bang, shorted LI. We were able to catch a nice, almost $2 move to the downside on LI, and we were able to rip some profits out. So you guys are able to listen to us on the microphone during the day while we're in the trading chat room. Okay. And then last but not least, you're also going to be able to see our trade history. Myself, the other moderators, we keep a trading journal, a trade log on the website. It tracks all of our performance. All of our trades are there on the website. Our wins, our losses, our break-evens, they're all there for you guys to see. So if you guys want to check us out, go to ttgthree.com for that 7-day trial. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial, but you're under no obligation to do so. All right. You guys are under no obligation to do so. All right. So again, go to ttgthree.com. Now let's get down to business. Let's go over the trade recaps on the day today, guys. 4 for 4. I had a couple of singles, I had a double, and then I had a home run. All right. A couple of singles, a double, and a home run. All right. So we're going to go over and we're going to recap all these trades. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm still in one of my trades from today. I'm still in it. So one of them was a trade that turned into a swing. I'll tell you guys what my plan is with the rest of that position and how you guys can maybe capitalize and piggyback on the back of that trade, because I do think I have a lot more room and a lot more profit potential and opportunity on that trade. And I actually did a little adjustment on that trade where I actually adjusted my position size mid-trade so that I can be more comfortable holding the position overnight. I had too much size when I initially entered the trade. It was intended to be a day trade. And then I liked the setup and I said, you know what, I'm going to hold on to this position overnight, but I was not positioned for the hold overnight. So I reduced my size. I took profit off the table. It was a profitable trade. I took some off, reduced my size. So now I'm much more comfortable holding that position overnight. And now I can sit here comfortably and see what happens with the stock now going into tomorrow. So before I do get into that, I want all of you guys, if you guys are excited to talk about the 4 for 4 day today, you're excited to end the month of November, which was a big one. Go ahead, guys, and smash that like button for me right now. Bang, smash that like button for me, guys. Let me know how much you appreciate the time and energy and effort that I put into these live streams. I do this stuff for you guys. Always sharing with you guys trade ideas, trade recaps, general market commentary, educational stuff. Go ahead, guys. Smash that like button. Let's see if we can get ourselves up to around 500 likes. It also really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, guys. So go ahead, smash that like button. Show me how much you appreciate it. All right. Also, guys, also go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter. My Twitter handle is right there at the bottom of your screen. It is at @MikeEdward_TTG, at @MikeEdward_TTG. I'm always posting my trade ideas, trade recaps, educational stuff right there on Twitter, guys. So go ahead, give me a follow on Twitter at @MikeEdward_TTG. I don't know where I get the energy from, guys. Honestly, everybody always asks me. I was like, Mike, how do you have limitless energy? How do you do this every night? I have no idea. I have no idea. I honestly, I have an espresso every time right before I come on my live stream. I have my little espresso machine in the kitchen. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know. But guys, go ahead. Give me a follow there on Twitter. And now let's get into the lessons of the day and let's go over the trade recaps. Guys, I'm going to leave that TTG3 URL right up here on the screen for those of you that are interested in it. Okay, again, that 7-day trial, it's right there. Go to ttgthree.com. I'm going to leave that pinned to the screen for those of you that are interested. Now let's get down to the charts. Let's talk about the trade recaps on the day. Let me pull up my trade executions for light speed. Give you guys the exact fill and timestamps. All right. Okay, guys, let's dive in. Let's get to the charts. All right, let's get to the charts. First trade of the day was the LI short. Okay. First trade of the day was the LI short. Okay. This is the first trade of the day. Now, before we get into the trade recap on LI, guys, I told you this yesterday. If you were on my live stream yesterday, I told everyone last night my number one play coming into today was going to be if the Chinese EV stocks gapped down, I'm going to short them. That is what I told you yesterday on my live stream. I told you that was my number one focus coming into the day. What happened? NIO, LI, XPEV all gapped down. Why did I say I'm looking for those Chinese stocks to gap down? Was because you had the House announce that they were going to vote on a bill to delist China-based companies that do not meet U.S. audit standards. Now, XPEV and LI specifically have come out of nowhere. Nobody knew a single thing about these companies. 2 months ago, nobody knew these companies even existed. Okay, these companies just went public a couple months ago. And I thought that that might worry some people because there's not a lot of information out there on these companies. They've not been in the public space for very long. There's not a lot of opportunities for these companies to be transparent with the public. And I thought that that might worry some people and that might cause some profit taking coming into the day. Today, you have a lot of people that have a lot of money in these stocks. They're up big on these positions over the last 2 weeks. And I thought, you know what, this might shake some weak hands out of the tree. And I think we might get a profit taking pullback on these EV stocks, but specifically the China-based EV stocks. I wasn't looking at any of the North American, like I wasn't looking at Workhorse. I wasn't looking at Tesla. I wasn't looking at any of those other stocks to give me the pullbacks. This was specific to the Chinese sector. I did get some help from Tesla. Tesla early in the morning had a big gap up, sold off, went all the way down to yet the prior day's close, gave back the entire gap up in the morning. That didn't help, okay, push any of those EV stocks higher. So that actually helped my short idea on these electric vehicle stocks. So anyone that was on that live stream yesterday, congratulations. You guys could have profited from this trade beautifully coming into the day today. And we jumped on it in True Trading Group and it was a nice one. So let's get to the charts. Let's talk about these EV stocks. Now, my number one focus was going to be XPEV. I really wanted to short XPEV today. Unfortunately, I did not have a borrow. I was so pissed off when I saw this morning that I did not have XPEV easy to borrow. I was so pissed that it was not easy to borrow. So I couldn't go after XPEV. The stock does have options on it, but it just, I decided that I'm just going to, instead of, I figured that all three of these were going to move together. Look at these sell-offs, guys, in NIO. Look at this sell-off, okay, in XPEV. And I saw those two stocks, the weakness that they had. LI was one of the weakest ones in the morning. Look at this drop right off the opening bell. These stocks just dropped right at like a rock in water, just dropped. okay, right off the bell. So after those morning drops, we had the gap downs, right? All three of these stocks, okay, there's your moves lower. Okay, there's your gap downs on XPEV, and there was your gap down on LI. It's exactly what I was looking for. I said this yesterday. Okay, and then right off the bell, you get these extension moves to the downside. Like these stocks don't even make an attempt to try to go green. They just extend to the downside right off the bell. I said, guys, these stocks are weak. This is exactly what we talked about last night. I'm looking for the short. Now, XPEV had at the time made a fresh new low. NIO at the time had made a fresh new low. However, LI had not. LI was sitting up here and kind of bounced off that low, but this was the weakest one of the day percentage-wise. At the time, LI was down like 8 or 9%, something like that, and the others was down like 8 or 9%. The others were down like 4% and like 7%. So LI was actually the weakest, but the others were making new lows, okay, before this LI. I came in on this bounce back right into this bounce is where I got short LI. I got short LI at 36.88. Okay, the high of this candle bounce back is 37.14. Okay, right in front of this trade line, looking for a trade line view across the downside to push this stock down through new lows. Short there at 36.88, while again, XPEV was making a new low, and while NIO was making a new low, I went in and I shorted LI. I got the break of the low of the day. As I always do, 25% of my position comes off the table at the low of the day, and my first take profit comes off the table there at 35.93. So my first take profit, about $1 a share on that drop, 36.88 down to 35.93 for my first take profit. And then we sat here beneath VWAP. You can see clear as day, VWAP becomes resistance. Trade line crosses over underneath, pushes the stock down through to new lows. And I come down here as the stock starts to extend lower, and I take more profits off the table at around 10:45 right there. The bulk of my position comes off the table, guys, at 35.12. Okay, at 35.12. So there are my first two take profits on LI. There's the entry. There's the first take profit. I covered the bulk of my position there at 35.12. The low of the day was 35 on the button. So I almost bottom ticked LI on that take profit, 35.12, low of the day, 35. And that was a beautiful trade. The stocks ended up recovering. They started to bounce back middle of the day. And once we popped our head back over VWAP right there, I got flat. Okay, I actually think it was over here, actually. Yes, it was. Let me get the timestamp. Yeah, it was 11:43 a.m. 11:43 a.m. right there. Okay, guys, right there is where I covered the last piece of my position at 37.18. So the last piece of my position was actually at a small loss. So 36.88 was the entry. 37.18 was the final cover. But again, guys, the bulk of my position off the table all the way down here puts me well into the profit. This was a double. Like I said, I didn't get the home run because my final piece of the trade came off all the way up here. I was looking for a little bit more downside, then that would have been an absolute home run if we continued lower. But nonetheless, I got the bulk of my position off the table for like almost $2 a share. I'll take that any day. A few thousand shares, guys, and was able to ride that thing down. It was a great start to the day, and it was exactly the game plan that we had talked about yesterday. The stocks traded lower after the bell, back down towards 35. So the stocks are down at 35.44. So, you know, if I was still short the thing, I could be up a lot more now on that trade than the pace where I took it off the table. But nonetheless, guys, that was a beautiful trade, and it was a great way to start the day. And I'm just happy that was my game plan going into the day yesterday. That was my game plan yesterday coming into the day today. So I was really happy to kind of see. I love when I can do that, guys. You know, I love when I'm sitting here the night before and I tell you guys exactly what I think is going to happen. Last night on my live stream, I literally told you exactly what I was going to do today. I told you exactly what I was going to do. I told you my whole game plan was, guys, if these stocks gap down tomorrow, and I said specifically XPEV and LI because those were the ones that are brand new. Okay, these stocks just started trading. Look at LI. The stock's only been public a couple of months. Look at XPEV. The stock's only been public a couple of months. Okay, so I thought that might shake some weak hands out, and I think you're going to get a pullback on these names, and we did. And we did, and it was a beautiful trade, and I'm just happy that we were able to capitalize on it. And you know, anyone that was on my live stream yesterday, you guys heard it there first, and we executed on that analysis here today. So congratulations. Anybody have any questions on that LI trade? Anybody have any questions? Of course you can. Yes, Gerald, his Mike, can I choose a strike price that's already in the money? Yes, absolutely. Where do the EV stocks go from here? I think they consolidate a little bit. This was a big, like 3-4 day pullback in these names. I think they consolidate for a little bit, maybe suck in a couple more dip buyers. You're going to still have people come in and buy this dip. I think you're going to suck those dip buyers in, then pull the rug out. I think they're going to go a little bit lower. I think they're going to go a little bit lower, but I think they might consolidate for 2 or 3 days and then go lower. Okay. Beautiful. Good stuff. All right, let's move on to the next trade. NKLA. My next trade on the day was NKLA. Yes, that's right. My SPY trade. I forgot about that. I told you guys yesterday about the SPY, right? I told you guys yesterday about the SPY. I told you yesterday about the SPY that if we broke below this level, that I thought we could flush right. We should go right down to 358, 359. And you guys can see once that level broke, I told you guys we can easily get down to 359, 358. And here you guys can see we flushed that thing out right on that drop and that break through that level. So there you guys had it, that trade there today. Now we're trading much higher after hours. Okay, we're trading much higher after hours, all-time highs after hours. Okay, but that was a nice little trade there in the middle of the day. But let's get NKLA. Okay, NKLA disaster. How many people, do you guys recall how many people have been asking me over the last several months about how they buy NKLA? And what have I told every single person that has asked me a question about NKLA when all of the EV stocks were going crazy? And everyone's like, Mike, what about NKLA? What about NKLA? And I said, no. Please, no, stay away from NKLA. It is way too big of a risk. They're like, yeah, but GM. I said, no, NKLA, it is way too much of a risk. There's way too much fishy stuff going on with NKLA. You know, it just was not something that I thought was a safe play. And now you guys can see the stock's down 29%. 29% in a single day after GM basically walks away from their deal. Okay, they were going to be taking like an 11% equity stake in the company. That's not happening. They were going to be building the electric vehicle pickup truck. That's not happening. You know, this is basically turned into what was supposed to be a partnership within the two companies, and GM investing a huge chunk of money into NKLA to become an equity partner in the company has basically turned into NKLA just becoming or them just becoming a customer for their fuel cell technology, whatever it is. So not good for Nikola. This stock's going lower. I think this stock is going lower. I have the $20 strike, December 4th put options. I think this stock goes lower. I think this stock gets to $18. And if this stock gets below, let me see. Oh my goodness. If this stock gets below 1650, you can see this thing at $13, man. I'm telling you, I think this stock goes lower. I think this stock goes lower. You know, this company's going to have liquidity concerns now. They're going to have to raise more money. They're really they don't have GM to support them anymore. They're going to have to really prove themselves. And I think it's going to be a rough road for this company. And I think the stock goes lower. So we had that news today. And I said, you know, I've already been bearish on Nikola. And then we come out with this news today. I said, this is the perfect opportunity to get some put options on this stock. Yes, we have this huge gap down. Okay, this huge gap down, but I'm like, I still think the stock goes lower. Usually I don't beat a dead horse like this. When you have a stock that gaps down 25%, sometimes depending on what I'm, if we're gapping down into support, I'll stay away from it. But I just thought that this stock has more room to the downside. I waited for the stock to open. We had this little push higher, and then once we dropped down back below beneath VWAP, I went after put options, and right there is where I bought put options. I bought the $20 strike. Okay, the $20 strike, December 4th expiration put options. A little aggressive on the expiration. If I can go back and do this trade all over again, I would have given myself more time. The December 4th expiration is a little too close. If I can make this trade again, I would have bought maybe the next week expiration option. I think December 4th was a little aggressive on my part, and that's what caused me to have to reduce my size to hold the position overnight. So I bought the contracts right there, $2.10. We go down, we break the low of the day. I take some profits off the table as we break through the low of the day at $2.30. So I bought them at 210. Timestamp, where are we? 10:04. And then took profit at 230 at 1029. So yeah, so there it is right there. So there it is at $2.30 on my take profit. And then the stock tries to have this little bounce back. We kind of stall out during lunch and we roll back over going into the end of the day. And this is when I decided to myself that the stock moved all the way back down to the low of the day. And I said, you know what? I really want to hold on to this position. I think the stock goes lower, but considering that my contracts expire on Friday, I'm going to run into time decay tomorrow and then the next day. Time decay is really going to eat away at this NKLA trade. So I had too much position size for me to hold that 75% of my size overnight. I had too much position size for me to hold that entire thing overnight. I would have felt uncomfortable in case I got a gap up tomorrow with the time decay plus the gap up, that those contracts would have taken a big hit. And I was not comfortable with that position. So okay, so before the close at $3.38 in the afternoon, right there, I took another piece of profit off the table on NKLA, and now I'm holding a position on this that I'm still comfortable with. Okay, I'm comfortable with this position, and now I'm looking for the stock to continue to drop. Okay, so again, there's the entry, take profit, take profit. Now, let me talk to you guys about where I think this stock is going to. And to that, let's go back to the daily chart and let's zoom this out and let's show you guys this support level right here. Okay, this is 1750. I'm going to be a little conservative. I'm going to call it 18. Okay, but here is your support at 1750, ladies and gentlemen. And that is where I think this stock is going to, maybe as early as tomorrow. Now, if we get there tomorrow, obviously it would have, it sucks that I took another piece of profit off the table and I reduced my size. If we get down to 1750, I could have made a lot more money had I stayed in that size. But I'm never going to complain about not making enough money. When I'm sitting here and I'm saying, I want to hold this position overnight, and I was in too much size to account for the overnight hold. When I initially entered the trade, I was looking for more downside today. So my position size was a little too big to carry it as a swing trade. And that's why I said I've got to be, and again, remember this saying, guys, this is a perfect example. You've heard me say this a lot, okay, on my live streams, and my TeachD members have heard me say this many, many times. And I'm going to say this to you again because this is a perfect example of it. Successful traders are always going to be more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are obsessed with how much they're going to make if they're right. Now, I could have sat here today and I could have said, you know what? Balls to the wall. Let's do it. Guns blazing, pedal to the metal, screw it, YOLO, let's swing for the fences. And I could have done that. And if that trade works out tomorrow, I could be like, yeah, I'll be, singing the happy dance. But what happens if the stock gaps up to $20.75 or $21 tomorrow? What happens if the CEO of GM comes out with a statement and says that we still fully support this company, we're still in talks, and the stock gaps up to 21? What's going to happen to me? I need to be more concerned with managing my risk on these overnight trades, especially when you're holding an option trade, because I'm not just dealing with direction, I'm dealing with time decay. And considering my options expired December 4th, okay, I had a decision to make. I could say to myself, okay, my options expired December 4th. I had two options. I could either roll my contracts forward to a next week expiration put, or I can reduce my size. Those were the two things I could have done to reduce my risk on the overnight hold. Okay. And this is a prime example of how successful traders are more concerned with how much money they're going to lose if they're wrong than they are obsessed with how much they're going to make if they're right. If the stock drops down to 1750 tomorrow and I leave, another 6, 7, 8 grand on the table, so be it. So be it. I'm still going to walk away with a really, really nice gain on this trade in $2.10. I'll probably be selling the contracts at $3. Okay. It's still going to be a really, really nice gain. And, I'm not gonna be upset over that. So you've always got to be more concerned with how much you're going to lose if you're wrong than you are concerned with how much you're going to make if you're right. Because if you're right, it doesn't matter how much you make. It's more money than you had before you enter the trade, and you did your job. You did your job. And that's what I'm looking for tomorrow in NKLA, guys. So like I said, $17.50, $18. That's going to be my target. We are trading lower after hours. You can see Nikola trading lower after hours down to 1984. Okay, we closed at $20.40. We're down to 1984. So Nikola trading about 50 cents lower after the closing bell, which bodes well for a potential gap down tomorrow, which will put my put options in the money. Okay, the $20 strike put, if we drop down to 1950, I'll be one happy camper going into tomorrow. Okay, does anybody have any questions on the NKLA trade? Anybody have any questions about this trade specifically? NKLA equals luck and coffee. I hope so. I hope so. I hope it happens before Friday. Let's go opening. I'm sorry. I already covered LI. I'm not going back to cover LI. Can you short it tomorrow? You can. You can. Obviously, it's going to be a much higher risk short. The stock already dropped 28% today, so you're shorting into, you're kind of chasing the short. Understand you're chasing the short. So if you are going to short this thing tomorrow, just make sure that you understand what your risk is. You've got your stop loss and you stick to it, because if this stock bounces off that 18 area, you don't want to get caught holding the bag on this. Okay. So understand you are chasing this down a little bit tomorrow. If this thing gaps down, let's say we open up at 1950, I bought these contracts at 210. So keep that in mind. And they expire Friday. If you want to short this thing tomorrow, if you short the stock, go for it. But if you're going to buy options, you're going to buy put options on it, do not buy the December 4th expiration put. Play it safer. Be more conservative. Like I said, if I can do this trade all over again, I would have went with a further out expiration. So give yourself a next week expiration and then go after it. Will I look to buy some 12-11 puts? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to add back to this position. We'll see. Well, we got to see what happens tomorrow. Like if we try to bounce back tomorrow, okay, like if we try to get back above 2025 and we can't, like that was your low of the day today, right? 2025 was your low of the day today. We double bottomed at that 2025 level at the end of the day and then earlier in the morning. Okay, so that was a double bottom. If we push back to 2025 tomorrow morning and we get rejected and we drop back below 20, maybe then I'll add to this position by means of next week expiration puts. We'll have to see. I'm gonna make that determination. I'll make that determination tomorrow. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Not sure if I want to do that or not yet. I'll make that determination tomorrow. All right. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So moving on to my next trade. This was my smallest gain of the day. This was AQB. AQB was my smallest dollar gain on the day. Okay, so AQB gave us a really nice looking setup here, guys. A nice looking TTD triangle pattern. Okay, this is a TTD triangle setup on AQB. The TTD triangle, for those of you that do not know, it's when a stock breaks through the high of the day with the heaviest volume the stock has traded so far on the day. And there it is. There's your heaviest volume of the day on that break. Okay, on AQB. Okay, so I came in here saying, guys, I want to buy this AQB. I think we're going to have a little bit more room to the upside. You see how we found support here? You guys see how we found support here at that prior high? Okay, so right here is where we found support at that prior high, and I got long a tier 1 position at 572. Okay, I got long a tier 1 position at 572 right there. Okay, right there is my tier 1 position. Actually, what's my time stamp? 11:16. No, 11:16. I'm sorry, right there. Right there. So there's my tier 1 position on the back of a TTG triangle pattern. Okay, there is your TTG triangle setup. Okay, there it is. All right, so I'm long tier 1 inside of this triangle with a stop loss just below this support level. You can see very clearly this 550 level, your prior high. We broke through the prior high with the heaviest volume of the day. Remember, when a stock breaks through the high of the day with the heaviest volume of the day, the chances of that prior high becoming support increases. As you can see here, when we broke through that high, heaviest volume of the day, pull back support, pull back support. So I'm long tier 1. My stop loss I placed just below that prior high. Stop loss was 545. Okay, 545. So my stop loss was right there. Okay, so there's my tier 1 entry, stop loss 545, but tier 1 is only 25% of my desired size. So if I want to buy 10,000 shares, tier 1 is only 2,500 shares. Okay, tier 1 is 2,500 shares. If I want to buy 10,000, if you wanted to buy 1,000 shares, tier 1 would be 250. Okay, tier 1 would be 250. Right, it's just 25% of your desired size. Okay, and I said I'm going to add to tier 2 if we break up and out of this TTD triangle pattern. So nonetheless, we break up and out and above this TTD triangle setup, and I add to full size position right there at 602. Okay, so now I'm long tier 1 at 572, and then I get up to full size at 602. Okay, 602. All right. Now I'm long there now, full size. We extend our way higher. We push our way up here, guys. I take a piece of my position off the table in front of the high of the day, just like we always do. Okay, take some profit at $6.23. Still in bulk of the position, looking for us to break through the high and extend. And I actually had an order sitting up here over 650 that we did not quite get to. We got to 644. Missed getting my fill here by about 10 cents. Missed getting my fill there for about 10 cents. We did not get it. I was looking for follow through. Instead, we get a real high volume rejection, failed new high. And once we pulled this back in, okay, guys, that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to bail on this thing because we just failed to make a new high and we're going into lunchtime. Lunchtime is 12 o'clock. Okay, we failed to make a new high during heading into lunchtime. I feel like that was a sign the stock was running out of steam. I was only able to take one piece of profit off the table, and then I ended up getting flat the position. Final exit on this. Let me see. 604. 604. All right, so I'm in tier 1 at 572. Long, the bulk, full size at 602. Took profit 623 and then 604. So this is a small gain. This is a small gain, guys, but tiered my way in. We did not get the follow through. So this was the single. And then we can see we never got the follow through later in the day. Okay, we never got the follow through later in the day. So this was the small win on the day. Nothing to write home about here, guys. Anybody have any questions about this trade? Anybody have any questions? Nope. No questions on this one? Good. Not good. That one makes it easy. All right, no questions on this one. Cool. All right, guys, now the big one. Okay, the big one, the big win on the day, CAAS. Guys, this is why I trade the whole day. Okay, this is why I trade the whole day. All right, this is why right here. This is why I trade the whole day. Okay, I'm not done by 11 o'clock. I don't say, okay, guys, it's 10:45. Good luck the rest of the day. You're on your own. I trade the entire day, folks. I trade the entire day. And today, the best action of the day came in the afternoon. CAAS, this was the best move that I saw the entire day. A real nice short squeeze going into the end of the day. And this stock is all about volume. All about volume. The entire premise of this trade was volume, volume, volume. And if it wasn't for the volume that this stock had, there's no way I'm making this trade. The entire basis of this trade was based on volume. So what I want to point out to you guys, okay, is this stock coming out of lunchtime. Lunchtime is typically from 12 to 2, right? Coming out of lunchtime, what does this stock start to do? It rallies and rips through the high of the day. Now, it's not just the fact that this stock coming out of lunchtime ripped through the high of the day, okay? It's the manner in which it did it, because there's your initial morning high, okay? There is your initial morning high, all right? Right there. When we broke through that initial morning high, notice the volume that came in on that move. That is by far the heaviest volume that stock traded at any point during the day. No, this was not on my scanner pre-market. Okay. This was not on my scanner this is not on my watch list pre-market. Okay. This is something that got my attention later in the day. It was on the top gainer scanner. This got my attention later in the day. Okay. This is not something I was looking at in the morning. Okay. But as you guys can see, the volume that came in on the break through the high of the day. So what did I just tell you guys before about AQB? When a stock breaks through the high of the day with the heaviest volume of the day, the chances of that prior high becoming support greatly increases. It's not going to hold 100% of the time, but you can bet your ass that the heaviest volume of the day break through the high, the chances of that high holding greatly now increases. So after we broke through the high of the day, I did not chase this stock higher. I let it push, let it push, let it push, and I waited for the pullback. I waited for the pullback. We got a lower volume pullback, and I came in, stepped in right there is where I got long at $8.25. The prime example of this setup is a question that somebody asked me earlier. Somebody asked me earlier on the stream about, I think it was Pete. I'm sorry. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Pete. Asked me about, how do you deal with staying in trades when they pull back against you? And my answer to you guys was, you have to stop trying to be so perfect with your trading. Okay. You can't expect that every time that you're going to buy a stock, as soon as you buy it, it's going to immediately go higher. Okay. Trading is not that perfect. You are never going to be that perfect. And just because a stock goes lower than my entry does not mean that it's the end of the world. It does not mean that I am wrong. It does not mean that it is a losing trade. It does not mean that you should panic out of your position, because when I entered this trade at 825, my stop loss was right around 760. Okay. My stop loss was 760. Now, why is my stop loss 760? Well, because what am I looking for? I'm looking for the initial morning high, which was just broken through to the upside with the heaviest volume of the day. I'm looking for that area to now become support. So here's my buy at $8.25. My stop loss is 760. The stop pulled back to 786. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking during this pullback. This pattern is still very, very, very much intact. Heaviest volume of the day through that high. You get the lower volume pullback, and look at what held support. almost to the damn penny. Your initial morning high. Okay, I'm going to delete my stop loss because it's making things a little crowded. Initial morning high, we pull back into where, guys? Look at that line. Almost to the freaking penny. That level holds, and you get this explosion. Look at the volume that comes back into this trade when this thing rips back up to make new highs, and I start peeling profits off the table. I just start peeling profits off the table. $8.94 was my first take profit right there in front of the high of the day, like we always do. Okay, then we break up through again, and I take more profits off the table. Okay, as we start to extend through, timestamp on this one. So let's see. I'm sorry, $8.94 was the first take, then $9.32 on the second take. There's $9.32. Then at 3:48, we get this extension move. Bang! Another piece of profit comes off the table at $9.78. And then right before the closing bell, $10.30 for my final take profit off the table, guys, right before the close at 3:59 p.m., 1 minute before the close, $10.30 for a 25% gain. In at 825, deal with the pullback, take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit. And this thing squeezed after hours all the way up to 1245. This is still on watch tomorrow. I expect this stock to gap up tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll see what happens here tomorrow. But again, guys, the lesson I really want you to take away from this, not only the volume lesson here with that initial morning high and then the pullback, but also understanding that your entries are not going to be perfect. You can't buy the stock here and then stop out of it when it does that. And that's what newbie and inexperienced and amateur traders do. Amateur traders will say, oh my God, the stock's pulling back. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they panic out. They sell the stock at $8 or they sell it at $7.95. The stock goes to $7.86. The support level holds as it should because that was your prior high. That support level holds and the stock explodes. And then you know what I hear? You know what I hear from traders? They tell me, they go, Mike, I don't get it, man. Like, I always get stopped out and then the stock goes higher without me. This is why you're getting stopped out and the stock goes higher without you. You're trying to be way too perfect with your entries. And just because you see that you are red on a trade, okay, just because you see that you are red on the trade does not necessarily mean that you are wrong. Okay, a stock's not just going to immediately go higher the second that you buy it. Wishful thinking, I know that would make trading a hell of a lot easier, wouldn't it? Because you would know instantly if you were right or wrong. Trading's not that simple. You're never going to be that perfect. You guys have to be able to start to just, I bought at 825, my stop loss was 760, and everything in between that to me is noise. Everything in between that's noise. Stock drops to $8, I don't care. My stop loss is 760. Stock drops to 790. I don't care. My stop loss is not 790. It's 760. So I don't care when the stock is at 790. I'm not panicking out of my position. I'm holding firm. The setup was still intact. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. When I bought this stock, the entire reason why I bought this stock was still in play. When you buy a stock, if the reason why you entered it is still there, you can't stop out prematurely. I bought this stock because it was the heaviest volume of the day, breaking through the initial morning high, and we got a low volume pullback. When the stock did this, has that reason changed? Has that reason changed? No. The stock still broke through the initial morning high with the heaviest volume of the day. We are still experiencing a pullback. We're still above the prior high. So as long as we're above the prior high, this setup is intact. So I need to be in this trade. Okay. The reason why I entered this trade in the first place was still there. I stayed in and you get this beautiful extension move. And this is where I made the bulk. I doubled my day on this trade. Okay. And it was a very nice, a great way to end the day. A great way to end the day, an even better way to end the month of November. Does anybody have any questions about this CAAS trade? Anybody have any questions? My man, Internet Enforcers, welcome to the channel. Yeah, Jasmine, my TGD members, you guys can confirm this. My TGD members, I told everybody on the microphone before the market closed, I told everybody that I think the stock might squeeze after hours. Did I not? My TGD family members, what did I tell you guys on the microphone before the market closed? When this stock was at $9, I told you I think the stock might squeeze after hours. When the stock was at $9, I said that. My TGD family members, they can all confirm it right there in the chat. I said it on the microphone. I go, guys, this stock might squeeze after hours. All right. King Pete says, Mike, you make me want to quit my job tomorrow. Don't quit your job tomorrow. Not yet. Not yet. All right. Not yet. Get an education. Make sure you can prove to yourself consistency. Okay. Prove yourself consistency, guys. For those of you that are ever contemplating or thinking about trading full time, you guys want to make sure that you prove yourselves consistent for about a year. Prove yourself consistently profitable for about a year. You want to make sure that you're able to make money in various market environments. You want to be able to make money in bull markets. You want to be able to make money in bear markets. You want to be able to make money when small caps are hot, when small caps are cold, because when small caps are cold, you've got to be able to make money somewhere else. You've got to be able to trade options. You got to be able to trade mid caps. You got to be able to do other things. You can't just be a one trick pony. So you want to make sure that you can prove to yourself a level of consistency before you quit your job. All right. But we have a lot of members in True Trading Group that have done it. We have a lot of members in True Trading Group that have quit their jobs and trade full time. We also have members in True Trading Group that lost their jobs because of COVID and now have no intention on going back to look for a job because they're making more money now trading than they were at their job before the COVID crash. And that really makes me feel good, man. You guys have no idea how good that makes me feel. Like I honestly, and this is with anything in life, like I really do pray that all of you are able to experience the feeling that I get when I talk to my members, I do one-on-ones, or I get messages from people and they tell me about how I've positively impacted their lives, how I've changed their lives for them and their family. Like when I hear these type of messages, like the way that makes me feel, it makes what I do, it makes it all worth it, you know? And I can't explain that feeling. But I just pray that every single one of you at some point in your life are able to feel that, because I've never felt anything better. I've never felt anything better in my life than the way that makes me feel. So I hope that all of you are able to experience that one day. All right. So guys, what do you think? You guys learned something from that session? Guys, if you learned something, smash that like button. You guys like that 4 for 4 for me today. Big day, CAAS, the big winner, NKLA. I've still got puts. I'm expecting more downside tomorrow. Guys, go ahead and smash that like button for me, guys. Show me how much you appreciate these live streams. Smash that like buttons. Now, guys, if you are not a member of True Trading Group, I want you to go ahead and type TTG in chat right now. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, go ahead and type TTG in chat right now. I want to see how many people we have that are not yet members of the group. You are not yet a member of the group, guys. Go ahead. All right, we got Trader Joe. We got Mitch. We got Breadstick Baby. We got Caro. Jorge Reyes. Mad Gaines. Kelter. Tanya. Arthur. Shahab. Stephen Hillo. Sapan. Christian Barrera. Anthony Sedano. Diane Fig, Satish, Doug Lockhart, SFG Sports, Dean Haught, Quessy Williams, Andy Marine, Leo's Rex, Kenny Coomer. All right. Nathaniel, Mark Burr. Danny. All right, guys. Beautiful. We have a lot of non-teaching members that are here in chat with us. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, guys, I like it a lot. Guys, listen up. For those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, everything I just did for you guys in chat right now, I do this every single day during the day when the market's open. My THD family members, if you guys are on the live stream right now and you're a member in True Trading Group, will you tell people how we get down in chat? The way that I break down the charts for you right now, the way that I draw lines and circles and arrows, and I tell you guys, okay, watch for this pullback. I'm a buyer right here. I'm going to be taking profits here. That is exactly how I do it during the day live. Okay, this is not a Monday morning quarterback scenario. I walk you through my trades every single step of the way. I tell you where I'm buying, where I'm selling. I tell you where my stop loss is, and I tell you why I'm buying here, why I'm selling here, why I like it, why I don't like it, where I think the stock's going to go. I tell you guys all of this. I walk you through this live in chat every single day. You guys can join us for the 7-day trial. Okay, go to ttgthree.com. It's a one-time payment of just $3. It is just $3. That's it. No reoccurring payment. One time. Guys, that's less than a cup of coffee. Think about this for a second. These $3 will be the best $3 you've ever spent in your entire life, because this 7-day trial could potentially change your life. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being facetious. I'm dead friggin' serious. Okay, go to ttgthree.com. You're going to be able to get an access to our dashboard for 7 days. You're going to get to use our stock profile tool, which gives you downloadable PDF reports on any company you're interested in. It gives you all the analyst ratings, insider transactions, you name it. It's all there in the PDF report for you. You're going to get our watch list every single day. You're going to know what are the hot stocks that we're paying attention to, that I'm going to be trading on that day, and why I'm trading it, and what I'm going to be doing. Where am I buying? Where am I selling? Okay, that's our watch list. You're going to get that every single day. You're going to get 3 courses that I wrote just for this trial program. 3 courses, multiple chapters, multiple lessons in each course. They are guaranteed, I'm telling you now, to make you a better trader. The $3 alone, these courses are probably worth $300. I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you they will make you a better trader. The information that's in there, you're going to come out and be like, oh, wow, I can't believe I just got all that for $3. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay. And then you're also going to be able to get your butt in chat with me live for 3 days. You're going to trade with me live. So everything that I just did for you on the stream right now, all that chart breakdown, you're going to be able to do that with me live during the day. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm buying here, I'm selling here, I'm buying here, I'm selling here. You're going to be able to follow along with all of my trades. As you can see, I'm not a scalper. I'm not in and out of trades within seconds. Okay. My trades last several minutes to several hours long. Okay, you guys are going to be able to follow my trades should you wish, and you're also going to be able to see all of our trade history. Okay, you're going to be able to see all of our trade performance for the last several months, the wins, the losses, the break evens. It's all right there on the website for you. So go to ttgthree.com. One-time payment of $3. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial, but you're under no obligation to do so. Now, when you do upgrade to a full membership, let me explain to you guys what you are getting, because this is actually very important. Guys, listen up. Today is the last day for you to use the coupon code TTG1120 and get a 43% discount before the price of our membership goes up tomorrow. Okay, this is your last day to use this coupon code. This was our Black Friday, Thanksgiving Day sale coupon code, 43% off. This is the last day. I will say that again. The price is going up tomorrow, and the price will go up every 24-hour period in the month of December until we get to January 1st. January 1st, okay, I'll tell you guys, this coupon code will get you a membership for $1,160, okay? But after this coupon code and then January 1st, the best discount that I'm going to give away is going to be $1,220. $1,160 is what you can get right now with this coupon code. Today's the very last day for you to get that price. You will never see $1,160 ever again after midnight tonight. You have 1.5 hours left to use this code before it expires. Let me explain what you are getting access to with a full membership. Okay, because you are going to be able to come into our trading chat room every day from 7:30 a.m. Eastern till 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We close down the chat, where you're going to, like I said, see my screen. All the moderators share their screen during the day. You can pick and choose which moderator screen you want to look at. We all are calling out our trades live on the microphone, telling you what we're doing, telling you what we're seeing. And then when our trades execute, you get a real-time push notification to let you know that my trade has executed now. Okay. You're also going to be able to use our Benzinga live news feed, which is right in chat. It gives you breaking to the second news alerts in chat. We also have a squawk box feature. You can turn on your speakers, listen to someone read the news headlines to you instead of you reading them. If that's easier for you, you can listen to that. We have that feature included in our chat room live as well. You're also going to be able to see our trade idea scanner. We have a trade idea scanner that you guys can go through and you can use throughout the day to see what are the stocks that are the top gainers, which stocks are making high today, which stocks have a burst of volume. You guys can go through and use our trade idea scanner as well. All of this is included, guys. You can also use our mobile app. We have a mobile app. We understand most of our teaching members work full-time jobs. So we have a mobile app downloadable on iPhone and Android that allows you to stay in chat and be in chat with us even though you're not in front of your computer. You can see the screen share. You can listen to the audio analysis on your mobile device, and you can get real-time push notifications whenever we enter or exit a trade. And we are currently sporting a 78% win rate in chat. That means 78% of the time when myself or one of the other moderators calls out a trade in chat, it is a profitable one. I think today we actually were 100%. I don't think we had a losing trade today, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I know I was 4 for 4. I think Jason was 4 for 4. I don't know with Jay or Chris. I have to go back and say I wasn't following everyone's trades today, but I think we were 100% today in chat. I don't think we had a single losing trade today in chat. But like I said, guys, so it's over 78% win rate right now in chat. You guys can be in there with us every single day with this coupon code. But TTG is a lot more than just a chat room. We are an entire platform of resources and tools for traders because every single thing that we have is included in your membership. It's all inclusive. There are no levels. There's no upsells into Trading Group. When you sign up, you pay one price. You get access to literally everything we have. When you guys sign up, you get every one of our courses, every single one. There are no different levels. There's no like VIP courses. Every course we have, you get access to when you sign up. Okay. Understand, these courses, I wrote them myself. They are a simplified version of the educational program, the training that I went through when I worked at a hedge fund. Guys, if you don't know this, so many of you are new. I began my trading career working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. We managed about $500 million, and I went on to receive a Trader of the Year award when I worked at the fund. Before I was able to trade, they made me go through an educational training program there where they taught me how to trade. I have simplified that material and I provide it to you guys as courses. You are getting a professional education when you take our courses. There's no gimmicks. There's no special secrets. Okay. This is hardcore professional education, the same stuff that you would learn if you started working at a hedge fund tomorrow. This is the stuff that you are going to learn. You could apply it across various asset classes, multiple trading strategies, because it's a real education. It's not a gimmick. Okay. You guys get access to all of those courses, beginner courses, advanced courses, swing trading courses, option courses, psychology courses. You get access to all of them with this coupon code. And then all of our resources and tools. We have a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, with real-time data. Practice implementing what you learn in the courses first on the simulator. We have a stock screener, lets you filter through thousands of stocks during the day to see what are the hottest stocks, which stocks give you the best possible chance to profit. I told you about the trade ideas scanner already. You got the stock profile tool. I told you about that with all those downloadable PDF reports. And you will also be getting access to over 90 hours of additional educational video content. Guys, that's in addition to the courses. The entire curriculum is in text and video format. On top of the courses, there's over 90 hours of educational video content because myself, the other moderators, we always do workshops and webinars with our members every month covering various topics. The sessions are recorded, and then they're on our members' dashboard to view later in their video library. But as a full-time member, not only can you now watch those videos, but you can also attend those workshops live, ask questions, interact with the moderators and the other members. You'll also be able to get a free one-on-one mentor session. This is crucial. Sign up with this coupon code tonight before it expires tomorrow. I'm telling you guys this now. You will never have another chance to sign up to True Trading Group at this price ever again. Tomorrow, the price is going up, and then starting January 1st, we're bumping our prices up again. You're never going to have True Trading Group at this price point ever again. In 1 hour and 25 minutes, this coupon code will no longer be active, and the price is going up from here on out. I'm telling you guys that now, okay? So with those people that sign up with this coupon code tonight, you're going to get a free one-on-one mentor session with one of our moderators. That's a 1 hour private session to talk about your trading, your questions, your topics, figure out what you're doing wrong, the mistakes you're making, how to fix them to get your P&L headed back in the right direction. That's included with your membership when you guys sign up. And you're also going to be able to use our TradingView Pro charting software. Okay. All of this is included, and all future courses, all included. If I come out with a new course tomorrow, or excuse me, if I come out a new course next month, it's automatically included. You don't have to pay more money for the new course. We're like Netflix. If Netflix comes out with a new movie tomorrow, they don't ask you for $20 to watch the movie. It's included in your membership. Same thing in True Trading Group. You pay one price, you get access to literally everything. So guys, what I'm telling you right now is that we are taking all the top premium trading tools and products, we bundle them together, and they're included in your TeachD membership. It's not just a chat room service. Okay. You've got the Benzinga real-time news feed, the Squawk Box feature, real-time level 1, real-time level 2, real-time options data, the trade simulator, the trade ideas scanner, the TradingView Pro charting software, the mobile app, 90 hours of educational video content, the 15 course curriculum. That's a professional education that's written by an award-winning hedge fund trader. That's me. Okay. Minimum at least 10 easy to follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts, okay, from per week, at least minimum. Usually it's like 20 or 30, okay, from a community of pro traders that currently has a 78% win rate. Okay, this is what you guys are getting access to as a full-time member. All of this is included. There's no additional charge or fee for any of the services or tools or resources that I'm telling you now. It is all included for $1,160 when you use this coupon code TeachD1120. That covers you for the entire year. Normally, our membership is $2,048. Normally. But with this coupon code, it brings it all the way down to $1,160. This code expires tonight. At midnight tonight, this code expires. The price is going up tomorrow. Okay, I'm telling you guys this now. You will never be able to get a membership for $1,160 ever again. Okay, the price is going up tomorrow. So take advantage of this coupon code, guys, before it is too late. And anyone that signs up, okay, anyone that signs up tonight before this coupon code expires, I'm going to give you guys a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD. That is a totally free, my gift to you. And I'm going to cover shipping because, again, I want to make sure that you have all the resources necessary to become the best trader that you can. And I don't want you guys trying to fumble around on your small little iPhone in order for you guys to be able to follow along with the mobile app and do the courses on your phone and place a trade on your phone. I want to give you a bigger Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. It's the perfect tool to keep you connected to our mobile app so you can follow along with the trades and continue your education with that mobile app on that device. So again, anyone that signs up by midnight tonight, not only do you get this coupon code, this discount, that free one-on-one, but you're also going to get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD. All of the resources that I just said to you guys, so you understand the value that I'm giving you in addition to this Amazon Kindle Fire, which is a little extra bonus that I want to give to you guys, my gift to you. That Benzinga newsfeed, that's $1,188 a year on its own if you went to Benzinga and paid for that news service. That's included with your membership when you sign up right now for $1,160. That alone is $1,188. It's included in your membership. The real-time level 1, real-time level 2 data and real-time options data that's included with your membership, that's $990 for the year at a third-party service provider. A trade simulator, $750 for the year. The TradingView Pro charting software, $720 for the year. Those 4 resources right there, those 4 tools would cost you $3,648 if you bought them on your own. They are included with your membership when you use coupon code TTG1120 for only $1,160. That is the value that you guys are getting when it comes to this coupon code. And get this, I already told you you're never going to see $1,160 ever again. But if you lock in $1,160 tonight with this coupon code, that's going to lock you in at $1,160 for life. Because when it comes time for your membership to renew next year, let's say our membership is $2,200 next year. You will only pay $1,160 to renew. So not only are you getting the 43% discount today, you're probably getting like a 60% discount next year. Okay. Lock yourself in at this $1,160. The price is going up tomorrow. You have 1 hour and 20 minutes left before the price goes up, and you'll never see $1,160 ever again. Okay. I'm telling you guys that right now. And I'm confident you're going to want, this is important because I'm confident you guys are going to want to renew your membership, because we have asked our members. You guys heard some of the comments from people that were commenting about how much money that they've made since they joined True Trading Group. But here's the stats. Here's the real hard numbers, because we've surveyed our members in True Trading Group. 80% of our members have made 7 to 10 times their membership fee within the first 6 months. That means if you were to take $1,160 right now, that you've got at least an 80% chance to make at least $11,000 in the next 6 months. Why would you not want to renew your membership if that's the case? You saw Didi made $7 grand today. You saw Lance up 22,000 in the last 2 weeks. Okay, you saw John up $64,000 in the month of November. Okay, of course you're going to want to renew. Why would you not want to renew if you're making that kind of money? That's why I'm confident that you guys are going to want to renew. That's why it's important that I point out that you'll pay $11.60 next year when it comes time for your membership to renew. So that's why you guys want to really take advantage and lock in this price before the code expires at midnight. Okay, and listen, since we're expiring, guys, I'm going to do you one even better. If you guys are still on the fence after everything that I just said to you, if you're still on the fence after going through this entire live stream and me walking you through the education, if you guys are still on the fence, I'm gonna do you one better. Okay, I'm gonna make you guys a deal. Sign up with this coupon code tonight before midnight. Okay, because it expires at midnight. If you use this coupon code tonight, go through all the courses, get an 85 or higher on all the exams. There's exams at the end of every course. Okay. And do your one-on-one mentor session with one of our moderators. If you do not make back your membership fee at least once throughout the course of your membership, I'm going to give you a money back guarantee, giving you a full refund. I'm going to give you a full refund. You do not make that $11.60 back at least once after going through the courses, getting 85 or higher on the exams, and doing your one-on-one. Put in an effort. If you really put in an effort, if you go through the program, the educational program, if you don't make that fee back at least once throughout the course of the year, I'm going to give you a full refund. Give me all your money back. And I can do that because I'm confident that I'm confident it's going to work. I'm confident. Okay, people don't fail at trading because they just suck at it. That's not why people fail. People fail because they don't know how to do it, because nobody ever taught them. All they do is they go online, they go on YouTube, they say, how do I trade? And you see some jackass showing you, look at my car, look at my house, look, I made $7 trillion today, follow me and you can do the same. But they don't actually ever show you how they did it. They don't explain to you, well, why did you buy the stock at that point when you did? Why did you sell it when you did? Nobody actually teaches you anything. So you fail because you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. You're just blindly trying to follow what somebody else is doing without understanding why you're doing what you're doing, without having any concept of how to control your risk, or without having any concept of where to take profits, without having any concept of what is an A+ setup versus a B or C setup. What is the highest probability situations that you can put yourself in as a trader? You don't know these things because nobody ever taught you. This is what you are going to learn as a member of True Trading Group. You're going to get the education that I got when I worked at a hedge fund. And I can give you that money back guarantee because I know what that education did for me. It allowed me to receive a Trader of the Year award. I know what that education is doing for our members. 80% of them are making at least 10 times their membership fee in the first 6 months. Of that, 30% are doing it in the first 30 days. That's how I can say to you guys, just get the education, get the courses, go through the work, do your one-on-one. If it still doesn't work, I'm going to give you your money back. I'm going to give you your money back. So I've just covered your membership cost. What do you have to lose now? What do you have to lose? Seriously. I'll tell you what you guys have to lose. All your goals that you typed in chat before. When I said, hey, what are your goals? Retire early. I want to retire my mom. I want to pay off my student loans. I want to leave something for my family. I want to take that dream vacation. Okay, I want to quit my job. That's what you're giving up. That's what you're giving up by passing on this offer. Guys, I'm telling you, this offer is gone at midnight. This offer is gone at midnight. So tomorrow, the price is going to be higher, and the price is going to continue to go up a few bucks every day in the month of December. So you're never going to see 1160 again. Tomorrow, the price will be a little bit higher. And then the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, the price is going to keep ticking higher by a couple of bucks the entire month of December until you get to January. And then the best offer that I'm going to give is probably around 1220. You'll never see 1160 ever again. For like New Year's, I'll probably do like 1220 or something like that. And then the price is going up in 2021. So I'm telling you guys right now, 1160, that's the lowest you're ever going to see a membership to 2 Trading Group ever again. So take advantage of it before it's too late. Okay. So that's it, guys. For those of you that are still unsure, if you guys want to join the team full time, don't forget we have the 7-day trial. Guys, if you're still unsure, you're still shy, you're like, man, Mike, you sound cool, bro, but I don't know. It's a lot of money for me right now. I'm not sure. I don't know. Do the trial. Do the trial. You get 7 days. Figure out if it's right for you. Come and chat. Trade with me. Experience the chat room. Go through the courses, right? You get 3 sample courses with your trial. You don't get the full curriculum. You get 3 sample courses that are specifically for this trial. They're not part of the curriculum. The curriculum is much more in depth and much bigger. Okay, but these 3 are sample courses. Go through the courses. Get a feel for what the material's like. Okay, it's $3. If you can't put $3 together to get the trial, you're not serious about doing this. And if you're not serious, then I'm sorry, but I'm not. I have thousands of members in your trading group that are serious about their future. And I'm not going to waste my time on someone that's not serious about it. As you can see, I'm passionate as all hell about what I do. I love what I do. I'm blessed to do what I do every day do what I love every day. But I'm sorry if you're not willing to put in any bit of effort. I'm sorry that TTG is probably just, it's not for you. So like I said, you guys can do the 7-day trial. Go to ttgthree.com. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during that trial, but you're under no obligation to do so. Otherwise, if you guys are ready to join the team full time, you want to get the 43% discount before it expires at midnight. You want to get the free Amazon Kindle Fire. You want to get the free one-on-one mentor session. And I'm going to give you that money back guarantee. For those of you, you use coupon code THD1120. You now have 1 hour and 13 minutes left before this coupon code expires and the price goes up. You'll never see this price ever again. Okay. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful night. We'll do a quick check-in on NKLA tomorrow morning. CAAS remains on watch for tomorrow. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll give you guys tomorrow, let you guys know what's going on with the NKLA trade. Hopefully I'm taking off more profit tomorrow. We should gap down tomorrow in NKLA, and we'll see how much we get to the downside. And I'll be doing the happy dance tomorrow morning, and I'll update you guys tomorrow on the live stream on how that trade unfolded. Thank you guys tonight for joining me on this live stream. You guys are the best. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Take care, guys.